Jackson responding to a report on Twitter that says he turned down $200 million guaranteed back in September. Lamar said no, it was only 3 years and $133 million guaranteed. All right, Skip, let's start with you again. What did Lamar's tweet tell you?
Shannon Sharp. The first thing it told me was, no, Lamar, no, please, no. Mm-hmm. The next thing it told me was that other teams, and I've been covering this league for a long time, and I know how they sheep think about issues. Other teams are going to look at that tweet like a big neon sign up on Twitter that says, stay away from Lamar Jackson. Mm-hmm. They're going to say, yeah, he's a malcontent, he's a wave maker, he's potential trouble. He is attacking a highly respected reporter that you know very well from your days in Denver, and Adam Schefter. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what the truth is about what Adam tweeted or what Lamar tweeted. I don't know. I don't even know what the message is. I don't even know how to decipher the numbers that he threw up there on Twitter. 133 for 3 years, fully guaranteed. But I need an agent, says Lamar in his tweet. Shannon, unfortunately, yes, you do. Because this would be precisely the place that the agent would speak for you to the media. The agent would have said, no, those numbers are wrong. He would be the bad guy. He would take the fall for you. He would say, no, I'm sorry. I love Adam Schefter, but he's wrong about this because it was actually closer to X, Y, and Z. You need a middleman. You need somebody to be negotiating with your team and with the media for you to your team. And unfortunately, Lamar's trying to do it all by himself with emojis. And emojis, it comes across as immature. It's not the lead. Remember, he wants to be paid like the face of the franchise. And he deserves to because he has earned that much money. But you have to show some leadership. You can't do on Twitter what you did when that one fan came at you and you went back at him profanely. Other teams are saying, really? You want me to pay you $230 guaranteed million over 5 years, and that's how you act? You're childlike on Twitter. This has some childlikeness to it, where you're saying, come on, grow up a little bit. What exactly are you saying? I don't know. What's your point? Well, he's saying that probably the Ravens are putting out misinformation through Adam. That's his point. And you know what? That could very well be true. I'm not blaming Adam because I love Adam for this, but he can be a prisoner of what he is told, and maybe that's what they are telling him. The point is, it's all so misguided, and yet the Ravens have shamed him so much that, was he a malcontent last year? Yes, he was, but I reported that I heard from a player behind the scenes, he would barely participate in their offensive meetings. I don't blame him for that. I've defended him for that because they started it and he's finishing it. They won't pay him for literally and sort of effectively dying for their cause. He gave them his blood. He gave them his body and his soul, and they won't treat him equitably the way that a franchise quarterback should be treated after he won an MVP award. So to me, Lamar keeps going on Twitter, making himself look worse and worse when he doesn't deserve to look. He's actually in the right here. I think you believe it, and I believe it. He deserves his money. And if I'm another team, I try to look through this. I try to look past it. It would give me cause to pause, but I would try to say, wait a second. Lamar is available for 2 first-round picks. I could change my life. I could potentially go win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. If I just pay him the going rate for a franchise quarterback, I have to give up my 2 firsts. I'm doing it. I can't believe nobody's jumped to do it. But again, he unmakes his own case by continuing to go on Twitter with lots of emojis and mysterious sort of cryptic quotes that are hard to decipher and make you stroke your chin and say, man, I don't know. Maybe he's not that guy.
Well, that's why I took the different approach to you. I can't decipher anything, and I'm not trying to because I don't do the coded tweets. Until I see Lamar Jackson sign or the Baltimore Ravens have traded him, Skip, it's becoming tedious, to say the least, about what Lamar is doing. Skip, this is why, like, when you're on trial and you go, what did your attorney tell you? Don't say a word. Let me do the talking.
Yep.
That's what Lamar should do. Let someone else do it. Let your mom talk for you.
Okay.
If that's your representative, you hired your mom, let her talk.
I agree.
The information that they put out there is not true. I'm not doing no emojis. I'm not doing this, skipping. And also in law that says you can represent yourself. But any man or woman that represents themselves have a fool for a client.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
that's what they say.
Lamar, you can do all this what you want to, but I'm telling you, now you haven't heard anything. But if you have what they said about you, they might be in the same ballpark as a lot of other teams are saying about you. And for people to say, oh, that wouldn't bother me, bull jive. Somebody say the most about your ability, because this is what this is based on. They're going to pay you about your ability moving forward.
Yep.
And they say you can't, you're not this.
Yep.
Oh, it's going to bother you. Because even though you might end up getting your money, you know what they think of you. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, oh, that's how you feel about me. And so this is why, I'm not saying he could have got X, he might get 15 million more, he might get 30 million more. I'm saying you need the middleman to hear all the things that you don't need to.
Yep.
That's what they can negotiate. They've been doing this a lot longer than you. Mm-hmm. It's hard for me to believe that somebody is a novice as his mom and he into the negotiating business can do as good a job as someone that's been doing it for an extended period of time. Mm-hmm. If you want to save a few $1 million, that's you. I'm not going to tell you what you should or what you shouldn't do. Mm-hmm. But I just believe if you want to pay the attorney an hourly rate, says I'm only going to pay you while you work and I'm not going to give you a flat fee, that's cool too. Mm-hmm. But Skip, fully guaranteed, 133, but I need an agent, crying, laughing, put his hand over his head. Mm-hmm. What is that about? At the end of the day, Skip, as you and I sit up here, we have an idea of Lamar's value. It seems to me, as we sit here on, what's today, the 14th? As we sit here on the 14th, there are not a lot of other teams that's in our camp. We might be the two only guys that's on an island, or a few other people, but we don't own a team. No. He needs one team that says, you know what? We believe in you, Lamar. Yep. We believe what you believe. And we're willing to give up the two first-round picks, and we're willing to give you the guaranteed money. Skip, I just don't believe that he's going to ever get the fully guaranteed contract that Deshaun got, because 31 other owners believe this is a bad contract. Mm-hmm. They believe fully guaranteeing contracts. They're not finna start that precedent. Mm. They're going to try to kick this can down the road. And unfortunately, Skip, Lamar Jackson is about to be the test case. Mm.
He followed up with the second tweet. People throw poop emoji at the wall and hope it stick. Okay, so I reiterate, he is publicly attacking a man that knows every owner, every GM, every head coach in Adam Schefter, highly respected. I got nothing but respect. I've worked alongside him. I know how he works.
I know him very well.
You know him very well. Lamar, it's bad PR to do this publicly. It's not worth it to you, because this does become somewhat of a PR battle, because the Ravens keep putting the ball back in Lamar's court.
Correct.
Oh, well, we're doing this.
Because if that's true, people are like, hold on. Man, they tried to give Lamar Jackson $44 million and $45 million a year, and he said no.
Yeah, that's 3 for 133 is $44 million.
Yes.
Right.
And he said no to that. Mm. Normally, what have we seen, Skip, in striking 82, striking 87? Fans always side with the owners.
They do.
They're always going to take the side of the billionaires over the millionaires.
Because everybody tried to play the game at some level, and they say, you get to play this game?
And you make that kind of money?
Whew.
And what did they show, Skip? They will go watch the Scabs. Mm-hmm. Those fans went and watched Scabs. They never heard of those guys. Some of them was able to stay and make an honest little and stay in the league. But a lot of these guys never played another down. And guess what? These fans still showed up to watch them.
Did they?
And the owners know it.
I was there. I was there for a Monday night game at Dallas. The Washington, what they used to be called team, coached by Joe Gibbs, was all Scabs. Mm-hmm. All Scabs beat a bunch of Cowboy veterans who had walked the picket line.
Yeah, I Skip, and actually we had a guy from our team, Savannah State, Bobby Curtis, that ended up playing, and he won the Super Bowl. Everybody got a ring. That was in '80. That was in '87. Mm-hmm. But I just don't know what Lamar gets by doing this. Just remain radio silent.
Yep.
And when you're able to give some information, I'm signing with the Ravens or I've been traded, well, they'll put the trade out before you will.
Yeah.
Because Adam Schefter or somebody will have it before you have it.
They will. Man, so misguided.
I just don't get what he. When fans see that kind of money, Skip, it's just hard for a lay fan to side with an athlete.
Yep.
Even though the owner Jerry Jones worth $18 billion, and Steve Bisciotti is probably worth $4 or $5 billion.
I'm sure he is.
It's just hard for a casual fan, somebody that works a 9 to 5, and trying to make ends meet, to empathize. Bro, you got $44 million. All you got to do is sign your name, and you get $44 million, and you want me to feel sorry for you.
And you don't even have to pay an agent 3%. Right?
Thank you. So.
The drama continues in Baltimore, gentlemen.
Yes.
All right, speaking of drama, do the Packers or the Jets need the Aaron Rodgers trade more, guys? Let's discuss when Undisputed returns.